Another episode of Art Journaling with Mef Gannon. This one is on the use of stencils in your art journaling.
Now, stencils are fun. And like stamping, it's, look around your house. Anything can be a stencil. You can create your own stencils, and as usual, you can go to your craft store and buy them. Here's some interesting little stencils, and I'll explain these guys in a minute. But these are your standard kind of stencils. You have these, right? I'm going to use this paper here. But you can approach this any way you care to approach. So I'm going to take this little thing here, and you just, pounce up and down while you're having a good time there. Notice how I'm using the wine-colored stencil. These are some really cool stencils I got online. And then you can just look at that. Isn't that cool? Now this is a big stencil that I had. It's like a feathery leaf kind of stencil. And that was fun. They're all fun. I mean, and you can layer these things. I mean, if say you're doing this, I could turn around, get a different color. And you can use stencils with acrylic paint. You just have to be careful. I'm using ink right now. But you just have to be careful how much you load on. I like to use these particular sponges because they're sturdy. But they have these little things called pouncers. And you can get them really cheap at the craft store. You just have to find a tool that works right for you. But anyway, here you go. Just a little sampling. The other thing you can do is just, like I was saying before, look around the house. There's all kinds of neat little things. This is a piece of screen. I have the shed, and it's like, hey, yeah, I'm going to use this. Let's see. I mean, this might be a little harder. But if you're patient, you can get a really interesting. Now, mind you, I'm using ink. Acrylic might be a little too thick for this. But experiment. It really depends on what turns out for you and if you like that piece of screen, right? Now here's another one. This is one of those things that they put in the remember those old radiator grates? They had these little design aluminum things. So I had a little bit of this left over. I said, hey, so I go to Home Depot. I go, hey, that would make a good stencil. Why not? Because you got the commercial stencils, and this is just different, And then you got that kind of thing. Isn't that cool? Now this came from a bottle of perfume. Anything that has like circles and stuff like that. That is cool. So here we go. But like I was saying before, if you use acrylic paint, just be careful. You dab a little on the side and see how much you got. And it's better to go light first than heavy, because once it's heavy, it bleeds underneath the stencil. The good thing about using this kind of ink, though, is like you just, see, isn't that cool? I love stenciling. It's just fun, And you can do anything you want. You can blend the colors. After you use the little circles, I said, hey, I can use that as a stencil. And the people in Staples are going, what's wrong with that girl? She's talking to these reinforcements on the shelves. But look, isn't that cool? I mean, you would never, I was not, it's like, who uses that? And there's this thing, I don't know what the heck. I think these are used for cross stitching. But these are fun too. It's a little thicker, so you might have to work this a little bit, or you could use spray ink, which it's on the shelf near this stuff. But if you work it hard enough, you can get like a nice little texture thing going on there. But there you go. Oh, and wait a second.
We're not going anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. But remember like when you got, probably if you're using a digital camera all the time, you probably don't know what this is. But like when you used to get film, there was always like that end piece, right? So I was looking at this the other day.
So you saved the end pieces of your film.
I saved the end piece, Nick. Everything has a purpose. But it's so cool. And you know, whatever you're journaling about, I mean, even if you don't want a lot of stuff on it, here's this little end piece. And you get this really cool thing.
I like that one.
I do too. It like makes me all happy because I get all goofy and stuff. But anyway, here's this is what they call sequin waste. Like, you know, when you buy a pack of sequins, they're like all this is what's left when they punch out the sequins.
And where do you get sequin waste?
You
In the
can
sequin
get-
waste department?
Yes, there's a big sequin waste store down at, no, I don't know. Actually, this was given to me, but you can buy it online at that
The black market?
that big box store in the heavens. It has a really weird name called Punchinella, which I don't call it that. I know it is sequin waste, but you can buy this online. I think the big A has it. So you could put sequin waste or Punchinella in. That's just such a weird name. But, you know, isn't that the coolest thing? But there's another little thing I'm going to show you real quick. And these are, by the way, distress crayons. They're really creamy stuff. They're really fun to work with. But I just want to show you hopefully this will work for the camera. You never know. I know. Hope you don't mind my hands getting a mess, but that's just the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. And you can smear this stuff. It's great. It's a lot of fun. But take this, baby wipes. This is what they call reverse stenciling.
Wow, this is the really advanced.
No, it's not that advanced.
It's not?
And you just wipe away some of the, what do you call that stuff that I just used, the distress crayon. But you get that texture. Isn't that cool?
Very cool. Now, do you have some examples of the finished product in your art journals?
Can you give me a moment here?
No.
This is the technique I
This is
used
the
on this
actual
page.
sequin waste in one of your journals.
I have lots of sequins too. There's some more. That's that stuff. And then these are other stencils. Like this is one of them with the same. You have to use like the waxy crayon stuff. This thing, distress crayons. And that's the effect you get from that. Spirit. Plus you can do your regular stenciling on top of it, you know? It's all about having a good time. Well, I hope that some of this craziness inspires you. Like I said before, explore, go on the internet, go to YouTube. Just, if anything intrigues you, just put in what you saw and have a fun time. Thank you for stopping by.